Kind of cool looking.
Pathfinder
They
Ryder,
say.
Dr. Tsana Relar, xenobotanist for the Initiative, and my colleague, Dr. Eric Baumgarten.
Xenogenetics. Pleasure to meet you.
Cool, cool little sensor thing, visor thing. This world is your toy box. Well, let's tell them it's dangerous out there.
No offense, but you probably shouldn't be out here alone.
I'm not alone. I'm with her. She's quite fierce.
Your report of accelerated evolution and rapid growth of nature here caught our interest.
We're analyzing everything we can for clues to replicate the effects on our own crops.
Could be useful.
It would have interesting applications, if there's a way to control the process.
You understand the end goal.
If we learn to enhance the growth of plants and animals in non-destructive ways, we could end hunger. It would change everything for the Initiative. Our colonies could thrive virtually overnight.
Since you repaired the vault, things are returning to normal, but too quickly for us.
The accelerated life forms you want to study are dying off, decaying.
We're scrambling to scan and catalog everything before it's gone. We could use some help.
You want me to scan stuff? Okay, well, I don't know if I'll do it.
I'll do the rest.
Anything mutated beyond its baseline growth cycle will aid our work.
I'll provide the most promising genetic markers to scan for.
Thank you for whatever help you can provide, Pathfinder. Rendezvous here when you're finished.
Want me to go out? Cross-reference genetic markers with known creature dens. Overgrown? Wait, there's one right here? Dude, no, this seriously can't be it.
Appearances of all would have lasted another cycle. Do it.
This thing. A mutated Chalrian? Oh, they want me to go and... Okay. Upload mutated Rilcore? Right? Rilcore? Let's basically go hunt down these things. Like data from the mutated. Jeez. Seems like a cool mission, but I don't think we'll do that. Unless we have a reason to do it, I'm not gonna do it. It's probably just like... They honestly probably just look like normal versions of themselves, but... Let's bail.
Leaving Avarl. Bridge is yours, Pathfinder.
Alright, next place I want to go. I want to go to the Arc Hyperion so we can look at those 2 remaining memories from Alec Ryder and hear what they got to say. Because I remember, I think she said this in chat a while back. Morrigan said that those were the last couple of memory trigger things were pretty cool or something like that. I mean, they've all been cool up to the point, but if we can get more backstory on that stuff, then all for it. Are the 5 planets high % and settled now? I think the only planet we didn't settle was Kadara. So we'll probably have to do that. But yeah, everything's at 100% except this one. So all we have to do is create an outpost there, and then that's at 100. So, and I don't know what is holding us up from that. It has to do with that Sloane Kelly, the person that used to be in the Systems Alliance, and then became a Nexus like head of security, and then she led the uprising, sort of, and then she left and created the Outcast gang, I guess, on Kadara, and that might involve that Reyes dude in it. So, yeah. Especially a lot 100% for not 100% run. Yeah. Don't be fooled by this. Are you ready for this? Don't be fooled by all those 100%. Because the game says 55. And there's still a lot. So, like, a lot of, like, most of those probably add up to, of course, the main story and stuff. But most of it is, like, all those task sort of missions we have that are like, hey, can you go and collect all this stuff for me? It's like, I don't really want to do all that stuff. Don't really want to do that. Craft the Pathfinder chess piece? I didn't. So what was it on Kadara? Behind enemy lines. Look for signs of Ket on Kadara. Work with Reyes. There's that stuff. Rival smuggler. Still cargo from Reyes. I don't know. Reyes is Remington's favorite character, so I mean, I feel like you probably need to do these. But yeah, I mean, we have to make an outpost on there. But everything else is pretty much done, except loyalty missions, arcs, and that sort of stuff. So, but let's go ahead and go to the Nexus, board the Hyperion, and look at those memories, and then we'll see where we want to go to afterwards. All the vaults are done. We got one outpost to create, and then most of that stuff is done, and all that remains are arcs, occasional loyalty missions, and then main story stuff. So we are close to just doing main story stuff. All right, he was, and you were right in saying he wouldn't show up again. And then, of course, we have to, you know, we got to scan all the systems too. Kappa. Or not. This has been a long playthrough, and I can tell that you want the main story. I do too, but there's still a couple more things that I want to do before we jump back on that. It might be where we can do the main story a little bit, and then we'll get the point of no return. But I don't know. The journey to Meridian thing seems like that's kind of the point of no return, but maybe not. Maybe not. Main story will be better with more Pathfinders, I hope. Yeah. Because they have to be involved in some way. Like the Turian Pathfinder and the Asari Pathfinder. But regardless, I'm excited for the next couple of streams because we're really going to start diving into this stuff, and we'll get a better picture of, you know, how much is left for us. So that'll be kind of cool. Path of a Hero, speak with Keri about Kadara. Sure, let's give a interview. Now, it's interesting because I haven't been to Kadara in a while, but let's see what we're going to get asked here.
First things first. Tan sent a little gift for your
Bitter
positive message.
picture.
I'd make the most of it. Today's a tough one. The Exiles.
Are you sure this is
Probably
tea?
the most live-wire topic for our leaders. You've met the treacherous mutineers at Kadara Port. Some think the Exiles are a menace to be eradicated.
You've met the treacherous mutineers at Kadara Port. Some exiles think that... Some think the exiles are a menace to be eradicated. Well... The Exiles aren't really a threat. But if you're talking about Sloane Kelly, then maybe. They're not a real threat. Let's say that, though. Kind of torn here. They're not a real threat? They're still the enemy? No, they're not the real threat, I don't think. They're just following for the wrong reasons.
The Exiles have as many problems as the Initiative. Not every outlaw wants us dead.
They do want the cat dead,
it's
though.
almost heresy to hear that the Exiles are anything but filthy... well, exiles. Sorry, I have to cut this short. I need to prep for a meeting. Apparently some colonists want to talk about the series. Maybe they'll be willing to go on camera.
On hold. Wait for Keri's next interview slot, okay? Good, we've got that triggered. Alright, let's go to Sam node. Out of here. Jaren Tan. You know, interesting thing that I read about the Solarian Director Tan, who is kind of hated by a lot of leaders. A lot of leaders on the Nexus.
Top scientists have
We know that Garson was like the top person to be a director or whatever, and then other people were in line and things happened, and that Solarian Director Tan was like 8th in line, and now he's the leader, or like the director of the Nexus. So he wasn't anyone's second choice, or third choice, or fourth, or fifth, or sixth, or seventh. He was like bottom of the barrel. And that kind of makes sense as to why not a lot of people like him or the way that he leads or anything like that. So it was interesting stuff in the Codex that I still need to read up on. And then there's a bunch of stuff about the characters and stuff, so pretty much things we already know.
Pathfinder, be advised the Angaran AI from Vault is now active, and mostly cooperative.
Oh, the ancient AI, dude. I forgot about that. Okay, well, we're gonna do the memories first. Then we'll talk to the ancient AI that we kept for ourselves. The GLaDOS of this game.
Ryder, one of your father's memories is available.
Alright, let's see what memory this is.
Let's see it.
This memory is from your mother's final day.
Uh-oh, get ready for the Bible thumps.
It was a good fight, soldier.
It's not over yet.
Alec.
No.
Alec, we have a few hours. Let's enjoy them.
And after that,
You'll still have each other, but we want you.
I love you, Mom.
I love you. Both of you. Live your lives. Do great things. I see so much potential in you. And remember, fall in love. At least once.
Means I gotta
Let me
romance
go
someone.
talk. Say it, Alec. Say it. Then I will. Goodbye. Watch out for the kids. Be there for them.
I will.
Mourn me, Alec, but don't let this destroy you. What did you used to say when you were in N7?
When your back's against the wall, if you can't run from it, use it.
Remember that. Be strong.
Never as strong as you. I love you, Ellen.
I didn't expect that.
Death remains an elusive concept for me. A finite end in a cosmos otherwise filled with infinite possibilities.
Death isn't the end? Well, I mean, I don't know. Does my writer believe that? I mean, if we had, earlier in the game, we had a conversation with Suvi about, like, God and stuff. And my character was against it, really. So I don't think we would say that option. But I don't know. All things end? We'll say that.
Everything ends. Life, stars, galaxies. They all die eventually. It's just how things work.
Yet it appears this belief serves as a form of motivation for many organic life forms.
It's why you exist. Dad hoped you could save her.
And I failed.
Can't cheat death? What happened? I want to know what happened.
I never understood. With all your capabilities, Sam, why did she die?
My ability to enhance organic physiology has limitations. Your mother's disease was systemic. It also seems that life is more than just biology. It is the will to continue living. I believe your mother accepted her fate, and likewise, her body surrendered. Your progress as Pathfinder has unlocked an additional memory.
Okay. I think this is the final memory. Let's see what it is. Probably got something to do with the aftermath of her death.
Let's see it.
A moment. There is an added layer of security.
What was it GN Garson said? The code word is fulcrum.
That worked. This is the last memory your father encrypted, from the final planning stages of Hyperion's departure.
Fulcrum.
Castus, thanks for calling. Not a lot of people still admit to knowing me.
I owe you. Those were good days on the Citadel, Alec. I checked with my son, Garrus. He works there now, CSEC.
And?
He says the Council...
His dad?
Shepard's story is bogus.
Uh-huh. But?
Privately, I've heard they're starting to wonder.
This threat, they're called Reapers?
Shepard's word for them. Something about a cycle, an extinction event that happens every 50,000 years, galaxy-wide. And supposedly the alarm clock's about to go off again.
Unbelievable.
I know. But according to Garrus, Shepard's as level-headed as they come. Takes after you. And ends heaven. So, if the commander says these Reapers are coming, I don't want to be around to see them.
Thanks, Castus.
Take care.
Yes?
I checked around. There might be something to this.
If there is a war, the scramble for resources will be on a scale we've never seen before. The chaos will be monumental.
We should accelerate our timetable.
They will keep the reason quiet. No need to alarm anyone. But the arcs must be underway before any fighting starts. We can't get caught in the crossfire.
Agreed.
Is there something else?
Years ago, you mentioned salvation for a lot of people. You knew this was coming.
I knew something was coming. In theory. Shepard made it real.
And now that you're right,
We'll need a new home. We're going to be all that's left of civilization.
Sam,
Yes, Pathfinder?
track down my kids. Tell them their old man needs to talk. It's urgent. And how is Ellen?
She remains in stasis. As you hoped, it has suspended the progress of her disease.
Make sure her pod is on the Hyperion. Don't use her real name. I'll tell the kids when the time is right. Hey, Sam. Transfer Pathfinder access. Encrypt memories. There's still hope for your mother.
That was at the beginning of the game.
Mom is here? Alive?
Alec blocked all knowledge of this memory. I now recall his directive to put Ellen into stasis. He hoped it would halt further progress of her disease, until a cure could be found.
Okay, first of all, this last memory, best memory. So it sounds like, because the Andromeda Initiative stuff started happening in the events of Mass Effect 2 a little bit, is when they actually left. So it seems like the process of let's speed this up so we can leave the Milky Way before the Reapers come, that was actually a thing. They actually had to speed it up because of the Reaper stuff, and they didn't want to chance it. So I guess that explains why the Quarians aren't here yet, because at the time they were still battling with the Geth and all that stuff. So they were probably like super delayed when everyone else was ready to head over to Andromeda. And then apparently the mom is still around here. I don't know. This is blowing my mind right now. This is awesome. You should have told us. This is amazing news. But it sounds like there's no way of saving her, I guess.
This should never have been kept secret.
Your father didn't want to raise false hopes. This is the reason you were made Pathfinder, to see the process through.
Where's Mom now?
Here on the Hyperion. Ellen is in a stasis pod under a false name. Elizabeth Riley.
Reapers. Dad's plan. Well, nope. We're gonna ask Reapers first.
Now we know what G.N. Garson meant. That something big spooked the Benefactor. It was these Reapers. What do you know about them?
A Spectre operative in the Milky Way, Commander Shepard, launched an investigation in 2183 into the existence of an ancient race known as Reapers. According to Shepard's information, the Reapers invade the Milky Way every 50,000 years to destroy any advanced organic life. Allegedly, this cycle has been occurring for millions of years. Shepard claimed the Reapers' return was imminent.
Man, this is awesome. Is the Milky Way okay? Yeah, like, has anything been said since all this time has passed? It's been 600 years.
That was over 600 years ago. Was Shepard right? Did the Reapers come back?
Additional logs in your father's quarters have unlocked. Their implications are troubling. Your father believed it prudent that you have this information should anything happen to him.
Well, BRB, gonna go read that. Jen Garson's murder.
But why was G.N. Garson murdered?
Recall Garson's words about the Benefactor. Now they're moving 100,000 of us to Andromeda. I hope it's all for good, but I have my doubts.
What does that mean? Who was, or is, the Benefactor?
Unknown.
Okay. Dad's plan.
So this was Dad's plan?
Alec could not live with the thought of Ellen recovering, only to discover you had died. He sacrificed himself to ensure you and Sarah could one day be reunited with your mother. He was also concerned that what he knew about the Reapers and the Benefactor remained secret. He entrusted you with this knowledge. Additional logs with pertinent information are now unlocked in Alec's quarters.
Hell yeah.
Got it. I need to go find Mom.
Ancient AI, you're gonna have to hold on. Right now I gotta go read some logs that are more important than you. Dude, this is crazy. Archive systems. Okay, we already listed to the Benefactor, so Milky Way emergency.
We've just arrived in Andromeda. Before the rest of the Hyperion wakes up, I've checked our comms for any signals from the Milky Way.
Well, this is 600 years later.
Sometime in 2186. Everything went to hell. We got out just ahead of it. Commander Shepard was right. And so was our mysterious Benefactor.
Turian Alliance Liara? The Benefactor? Okay, we're gonna go down like that. Benefactor will be last. Turian SOS.
This is Paladin command to all Turian units within range. Under catastrophic Reaper attack. Primarch Fedorian is dead. Ground units are searching for the next in succession. We'll advise when. Everybody get down!
Never thought I would, first of all, hear the name Reapers thrown around in this game. Second of all, never expected to hear the Reaper sound effect. Pretty freaking cool. So that must have been in Mass Effect 3 when we went to Palaven's Moon, I think. Because I think that's when the Primarch Fedorian died. Somewhere around there. Reaper ship attack noise. Alliance SOS.
Alliance personnel, please stand by for an emergency flash traffic message.
This is a galaxy-wide alert for all human territories. Fleet Admiral Stephen Hackett has declared threat condition Saber 1. Enemy presence confirmed in Sol System. Earth under Reaper attack. I say again, Reaper attack is underway. Enemy instructions to follow on coded channel Crimson Tacit. May God save.
Okay. The most interesting one. We're about to play it right now. Liara to Sony transmission. Now is this... I don't know what this is. This could be afterwards, or maybe something beforehand, which we may have never heard before.
Hello, Alec. This is Liara Tassoni, and the year is 2186. I don't know if you'll even receive this message, but we corresponded years ago. I remember you spoke about a plan to settle Andromeda. I don't know if your arcs made it out of the Milky Way, but the worst has happened here. I'm with Commander Shepard and a brave crew. We're trying to build a weapon to turn the tide, but I fear that the civilization you remember, the people of the Milky Way as you knew them, could be gone forever. You may be all that's left. Please, don't forget us. Keep us alive in your hearts. And tell your children of the wonders that once were. On behalf of the crew of the Normandy SR2, this is Dr. Liara Tassoni, signing off.
She must have recorded that before the whole, like, final mission in Mass Effect 3, I'm thinking. Like, before they went down to Earth, to London or whatever, to do all that stuff. Pretty freaking cool. That is cool. Alright, Benefactor, last one.
Alec, this is Gian Garson. For the record, year 2185. It's about Fulcrum. I'm on the Nexus and we're going into stasis for the voyage. Looks like you're already asleep. I'm very uncomfortable with our benefactor, and the fact that we still don't know who they are, and all these lives in our hands. I should have done something sooner. This is all very troubling, Alec. Let's talk as soon as you reach Andromeda.
Oh, a response. Message to Jen Garson. This must be Alec talking here.
Jen, I got your message about Fulcrum. It's now 2819. We reached Andromeda but have no sign of the Nexus. I have the same concerns as you. In all likelihood, the Milky Way... well, something terrible happened there. At least the benefactor spared us from that. But why keep hiding? Something's off. But we've got bigger problems at the moment. Habitat 7 may be a bust. Finding a home is all that matters now.
Man, these were some awesome logs.
I'm securing these Milky Way reports. This is the only copy and I don't want it getting out. Whatever happened was 600 years ago. Someday we might break the news to everyone if the time's right. I guess we always knew there was no going back.
But I want to know. 600 years later, like, what's in the Milky Way, man? Like, especially the ending that we got in Mass Effect 3, like, everything should be alright, I guess. Oh, man, I want to know. Oh. Meet with your sister at your mother's stasis pod in Hyperion Cryo Bay. Okay. Multiple choice ending is in the Milky Way. Okay, well, I want to talk to